Last week, I got myself a pink checked fabric and I made a skirt out of it. Then I decided I wanted to make a matching top, so I sketched out a pattern for a bodice and I cut the pieces out of a lining fabric. This was going to act as both my mock-up and my lining. I sewed the pieces together and wrapped it around myself to make sure it would fit, and then I decided to start tracing the pattern onto my actual fabric and cutting it out. So this was going to be more difficult than my previous projects because this is not a stretchy fabric. And my plan was to put a zipper in, so I couldn't get away with a tie back that is basically adjustable to any size. I cut the pattern pieces out and I lined them up the way they're supposed to go. This is sort of how they are supposed to be laid out. So then I take it to the sewing machine and sew all the edges together until I get the shell of a bodice that I could be using. So then I make some straps. I sew an inside out tube of fabric and then I take this thing, which is called a loop turner, and I stick it through the tube of fabric out the other side. Then I hook the other side of the fabric and try to turn the entire piece of fabric inside out until the right side is facing outwards and I don't see any raw edges on the sides. So I take my straps, my bodice, my lining piece, and any other details that I have, and I try to figure out how to lay them out and sandwich them so that I could sew them without having any raw edges on either the inside or the outside of the garment. It took all 3 of my brain cells, but in the end I figured it out. And here you can see me turning my piece inside out to expose all of the straps and the details without having any raw edges. I wrapped it around myself to make sure it fit, and then I ironed down the whole thing to make sure that it's not poofy and puffy, but nice and flat. I then had to add a zipper to the back, so I put it through the sewing machine with my zipper foot, and that was my last step in making this top. And here's the grand reveal. I'm quite happy with how the whole set turned out, but I feel like the top could have been sewn a little bit neater, but I guess you live and you learn. I do like that the outfit has both picnic summer vibes and corporate lady vibes, so I get a balance between the both when I wear it.